Ryan Blaney would not be denied as he is the first driver in the NASCAR Cup season of 2026, not named Tyler Reddick, to go to victory lane after having to pass the field time and time and time again as his pit team or his pit crew had not the greatest of days. And it happens. It's all right. It happens. But before we get into it, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of Hildreth Motorsports Network. I am your host, Dylan Hildreth. Let's dive in to the desert. So, as I mentioned earlier, Ryan Blaney, he is the winner. But the car that dominated most of the race, as you all know, obviously, Christopher Bell. And he made the same exact mistake as his teammate did that costed Denny Hamlin the championship. He gave up track position for tires. And maybe it would have worked out without that caution afterwards. Maybe it would have worked out. But you also have to remember Ryan Blaney was very, very good on the longer runs. So he could have very well held off a hard charging Christopher Bell by the time we got to that stage. But however, you also have to factor in already at that point, we have already had the most cautions at Phoenix in NASCAR history. So you got to kind of hold on to that track position because you don't know how many green flag laps you're going to get to be able to make up for everything. So, I mean, it's just shocking to me that Christopher Bell would make that kind of error, that Christopher Bell's team would make that kind of error, especially given the fact that their teammate made the same exact mistake that costed Denny Hamlin the championship. I mean, my goodness gracious. And then you had Kyle Larson. He's finally getting back into the swing of things after a rough couple of weeks. Oh, I think he's got a top. I think he's got actually a top 10. Does it? I don't know. We'll look. And then Ty Gibbs, another top 5 in the on the season. As you look out for Ty Gibbs, I think it's finally clicking for him. As we're now seeing him run a lot better at a lot of places. Don't be surprised if he finally captures that first flag in the next couple of months. Hamlin 5th, Bubba Wallace, he had a nice bounce back up to 6th. William Byron, he bounced back up to 7th. Reddick, McDowell, Jones, and SVG coming home 11th at a oval. What in the upside down world are we dealing with here? And he's sitting 5th in the points. Now, I know we're only 3 races in, or 4 races in, but 3 of those are ovals. 2 of them, yeah, you need a little bit of luck. But if I remember properly, SVG didn't have a lot of good luck at Daytona. But nonetheless, finishing 11th here is good. Is good. We'll see how well we'll see if SVG can continue this. I think Las Vegas next week is going to tell us a whole lot about it, a lot of people, and where we really stand with everybody. And let's see. Kyle Busch, he was a number of laps down. He came home 17th. Yep. Something finally caught Hocevar. Austin Hill had some issues. Elliott had some issues late. And then you got the cars that just got left out. Zane Smith, He had some issues. Ross Chastain was able to get back out on the track, but multiple laps down. Zilich, Suarez, Logano, Josh Berry, Anthony Alfredo in the 48. Austin Cindric, Cole Custer, Noah Gragson, Chase Briscoe finishing 37th. So, a lot of issues for a lot of people. And we got to talk a little bit about Alex Bowman because I haven't had a chance to talk about him. Obviously, he didn't race this weekend because of vertigo. Hopefully, he gets well soon. But we do need to have a serious discussion about Alex Bowman. It's been a while since he's won a race, and his seat was already hot before this, and the intensity is only going to increase over the next several months. We will see if Bowman shines under pressure or it breaks him, because you got Corey Day circling like a shark in that 17 down in the O'Reilly series. And if history tells us anything, what is going to end up happening is Corey Day, he's going to pop off the second half of the year, potentially win the championship once he gets things figured out down in the O'Reilly series, and then he's taking the 48. Alex Bowman can maybe fend that off for at least another year with a couple of wins. A couple of wins. One win's not going to save you. One win didn't save Harrison Burton and the Wood brothers. One win ain't going to save Alex Bowman in the 48. And yes, he's run okay. But this is Hendrick Motorsports. Running okay isn't good enough. It just isn't. So, and the fact that is like this isn't helping his standings at all. As I think now he is dead last. Yeah, he is dead last of the runners. And quite frankly, it's not even close. He is 19 points behind Cole Custer. Think about that for a minute. 19 points behind Cole Custer. Look at this. Anyway, back to the top. Obviously, Tyler Reddick is still your championship leader as he comes home with a top 10. Ryan Blaney moves up to second. Bubba Wallace finishing still in third. Well, dropped down to third. Elliott dropped down to fourth. SVG holding strong at 5. And Christopher Bell jumping 18 spots up to 6th. Logano dropping 1 to 7th. Michael McDowell jumps up to 8th. Busher jumps up 2 to 9th. Larson jumping 5 spots to 10th. Byron up 2 to 11th. Hamlin up 11 to 12th. And then you have the some of the usual suspects that tend to taper off. AJ Allmendinger and Carson Hocevar drop down 5 and 4 to 13th, 14th. Gibbs jumping up 2 spots. He's beginning to recover. And by no means am I rooting for Ty Gibbs. I'm not. I do think he came in over his skis, but the way you got to learn now is coming in over your skis. That's another thing that gets forgotten. It takes 3 to 4 years to figure this car out coming from the O'Reilly series because the cars are so unbelievably different. and it's a problem that needs to be fixed, like ASAP. And I don't know the easy fix for it because, quite frankly, there isn't one. But nonetheless, Keselowski down 4, Suarez down 10, Priest down 2, Zane Smith down 5, and Kyle Busch up 2. So that's your top 20 in points. And that is going to be all that I have for you today, as we're changing the format a little bit. We'll be back later in the week with the Las Vegas preview, and I got some special things set up for that. So make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one.